Hello, welcome to Inner Alchemist Tarot for a general reading for all zodiac signs for September 22nd through the 29th. And thank you for being here as we take a good deep breath together to connect with everyone coming into this space. Thank you, Spirit, as you're always looking out from our eyes, guiding us, co-creating this beautiful dream manifested as we continue to expand this place and walk in beauty. So we're going to look at the possible energies beginning the week. We're going to look at the area we should be focusing on, unexpected energies coming through, messages and advice from Spirit, and then a possible outcome. And I hope your week is going well so far. I just moved, so I'm trying a different layout here. And see how things work in a different way. I like to try things new, so we're going to do some call messages. These are the messages like the magnifying glass in which we oversee the reading with the other tarot cards. And I'm going to draw these from the Field Tarot deck, is what the name of this deck is here. Okay. Okay, so what do we have here, Spirit, for the possible energies beginning the week? What are we looking at here, Spirit? We start out with rest, the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is generally a card. What is this area we should be focusing on, Spirit? It's generally a card is after the Three of Swords, some heartache, you're getting your rest. And recuperating is that Four of Swords. What's the areas we should be focusing on here, Spirit, for this week? Okay, we have two of culmination. We have the Nine of Discs, and that is just a really prosperous card. That is just a lot to do with money, finances, and introspection. We have the Prince of Cups coming up here. So this is the area we should be focusing on. And the introspection is introspection, going in. Let's look at the other cards and see what's going on here. What's the unexpected energies coming through, Spirit, for this reading for the general zodiac? What are the unexpected energies, Spirit? Unexpected energies. Okay. We have power. We have the King of Pentacles, and that is, again, has a lot to do with prosperity. That is a masculine energy. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It's the nature of the card. It's just that the outward force to get the job done is that he's got the world in his lap. And so, very prosperous card. Settled, content, giving, nurturing, masculine energy. And it has a lot to do with, finances and financial stability. So that's the unexpected energies. Now we're going to look at messages and advice that we have here. And again, these are just the magnifying glass cards. So we're going to see clarifier cards for these. What messages and advice do we have? What messages and advice do we have? Spirit, show us clearly. I know when I did the monthly reading for September, it's also on the channel, has a lot to do, as I pull the Five of Disc, destitution, the messages and advice. We're going to clarify this card because it means about worry, uncertainty around possible finances. And what's the possible outcome? I did the monthly reading, and it really had everything to do. If you haven't checked that out already on the channel, check that out. It has a lot to do with manifestation this month, and we're well in it. What is the possible outcome for this reading, Spirit, for this week? What is the possible outcome? And we're looking at the Five of Swords, defeat. So let's look into this a little bit further. See what we have here. And again, we have the Star Tarot here. Okay. I'll do one more shuffle. That seems good. Okay, Spirit, what do we have for... What is this Four of Swords, Spirit, this resting period? What is this for the possible energies beginning the week? What are we looking at here? What is this Four of Swords, Spirit? And the Moon card. Okay, it's a Piscean energy. Okay, the Moon card with this Four of Swords is that something's going on under the surface, something that's happening subconsciously. When the Moon card comes up, it always means that. And as you're getting your rest and recuperation beginning this week, we have moved out of the Mercury retrograde energies, but still we've been kind of feeling it this week a little bit. So usually the first week before it starts and the week after the end of the Mercury retrograde, it's always the week after, can be most potent, the week before and the week after. So there is something that's been hidden here. Let's get a clarifier card for this Moon card. What is this Moon card under the possible energies beginning of the week, Spirit? What is this Moon card? And we have the Star card. Ooh, look at that. That's the Piscean and Aquarius. The Star card is the Aquarius energies here. And the guidelines of YouTube is we're supposed to not have any nudity shown, so she's wearing a bathing suit. But normally the Star card, she's completely naked, because after the Tower moment in the Major Arcana, everything was just blown apart, a sudden, abrupt change. The whole castle comes down. The king and queen get spilled from the castle. They lose everything. And the Star card is the card after, meaning that, you know what? She doesn't have anything, but she's starting anew. And she's following her North Star. She's following the stars to guide her and to bring her into that beautiful... It's a miracle card, basically. I choose a miracle here before me. So something that's been hidden here. We're going to look a little further into the reading, what's going on. But there's a resting period after that something was going on mentally and emotionally that really got you. That's Three of Swords is before the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords comes after the heartache of that. So you're resting, giving your heart a break. So something's happening at a subconscious level with this Moon card. And then following the light of the moon to guide you up this path right here. Okay, so if you look at her, she's got the star above her. So these two cards together are just simply beautiful if you look at this. So something's happening under the surface, and you're gaining your rest as you move into a whole new start for yourself with the Star card. Okay, so this is the beginning of this week. So that looks really, really good as far as the energies for this week. Beginning it, yes. We're going to look further now into the area we should be focusing on, which is this Nine of Discs and the introspection card here. Spirit, what is this, the area we should be focusing on with this Nine of Discs here? What is this? And the Nine of Discs, it's all about financial success, celebrating with yourself. And again, the Nine of Discs is usually a card that you are celebrating alone. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles. And if you look at the Knight of Pentacles in this card, they have the disc in their hand, they're grounded, and all the crystals, they're right here. And, tapping into the energies of the earth. We got the moon half phase here. Above all, the feathers are hanging on the tree. The tree is here grounded. Knight of Pentacles is a slower moving energy. We are still in Virgo season, and Knight of Pentacles is a Virgo card. It's the earth signs, but it does match to Virgo. And so it's very grounding. It's a slower moving energy, but nonetheless, it's that it's moving towards that success. And as you see the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles is that you're successful and celebrating that. And it is one of those cards where you're alone. If you notice on this card, there's nobody in the picture. It's all about the energies and the culmination thereof, because in 8, 9, 10s in numerology is completion. And as you see here with the Prince of Discs, is that it's going in and really taking, again, it has a lot to do with that Four of Swords here, is taking that time and going in and knowing that for some of you, you may not be feeling that you're all the way there, but the Knight of Pentacles in this introspection is telling us that the area we should be focusing on this week is that you are getting there. And I wouldn't be surprised, again, when I did that monthly reading for September, it all had to do with manifestation. So, and again, put the pieces where they go for you individually, because this is a general reading. But then there's some of you who have been feeling that culmination of the Nine of Discs and that celebration and grounding it within your life. What is this Prince of Cups, Spirit? And that Cups is you're feeling it, because the Cups is about feelings, emotions. You're feeling that within yourself. You know, he's holding that cup in his hand, and we have the King of Swords. So we have two. So this is, oh, this is really cool here. Okay, so the King of Swords makes sound judgments based on logic and not so much with the emotions, but in a balanced way, not leaning towards emotions, more logical. Okay, to take the most simplest way of getting there and whatever the simplest solution is, that's the King of Swords, just cuts through and makes those logical decisions. Okay, so the area we should be focusing on in general is that you're not so emotionally getting swayed in either direction when it comes to your finances, because for some of you it's either going to happen this week, or it has been happening and you are sitting within your space right here and you're celebrating that. Okay. The unexpected energy here is this King of Pentacles. So we have two kings. I was saying at the beginning, we have King of Swords. Now we're moving up the Power card. The King of Discs, he's powerful, yeah, because it's all about prosperity and money, financial success. What is this King of Discs? Again, unexpected energies coming through, Spirit. What is this King of Discs? What is this King of Discs, Spirit? We have the Eight of Pentacles now. And the Eight of Pentacles basically is that, you know, if you look at all the phases of the moon here, you've been taking time. Some of you have been, you know, diligently working hard and building up that material, either products or services, whatever you were doing within your work. You were hard at work, and it's basically right around the corner. And look at the star in the middle of the circle and the hands coming down. So basically the Eight of Pentacles is just keep on going. You know, you may have, again, with that Four of Swords here, taking time out to rest and knowing that it's coming, because that, again, 8, 9s, and 10s are moving off into completion. And you have the King of Pentacles right above that. So two Pentacles, which are the earth signs of Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And we're still in Virgo, although we are moving quickly here into Libra, but we're on the cusp. So the energies are still affecting us. And so, yeah, that Eight of Pentacles is, you know, that's a big change happening here. Some of you might have gone into education too, or teaching, whatever it is, your product or services of what you're providing, or your work is like that, or some kind of education happening. Is that the unexpected energies coming through? Is that it's paying off? You just keep moving towards that, because the cards are clearly showing here with the King, especially that King of Discs. That King of Pentacles is like you're on top of your game there. Yeah, you know, you're disciplined, and to moving towards and keep going because it's right around the corner. And again, that's what I was saying here. For some of you, it's right around the corner. And then for some of you, it's already there. It's been happening pretty much the entire month. We're going to look at the messages and advice from Spirit here. What is this 5 of discs, Spirit? Why is this 5 of discs showing up? 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so the 5 of Pentacles, really discs in this deck are pentacles. Discs. Normally, they'd be pentacles on a regular deck. We have the 5 of discs here, and then we have the 2 of Pentacles. Is that you can either go either direction here. So this is the messages and advice from Spirit and saying is that you have a choice with this 2 of Pentacles. You can keep going back and forth into your worry, uncertainty, doubt, not sure about your finances or your money or whatever's going on. It could be something happening at your job. You could be going back and forth, but you choose the direction, because 2s in numerology is choices. So you have a choice, and it is a mindset to either go in either direction, because, as we continue to move with the laws of creation, is that you're creating your reality. You're creating your reality by what choices you make, the thoughts you think, and to focus on, because it's all about focus. And as you do that, then it charges emotions. So this 2 of Pentacles is coming in here. And this area right here is the messages and advice from Spirit. And the advice is make that choice to lean towards the positive. Lean towards abundance, even though it may not be showing up right away. It's coming. The cards don't lie. It's very accurately laid out here for you to see. And that's what I was saying right here in the messages and the area we should be focusing on is some of you are either waiting for it to happen and it's coming right around the corner here. It's just moving a little bit slower for you than you would like it. But then there's some of you that's already in that 9 of discs. So it's kind of like a split reading. So put it where it goes for you. And some of you are already in the celebration time and you're going in and you are now content. You're having introspection about the situation. Either or, there's introspection going on, and that's the advice that Spirit's saying here, is that make the choice to lean towards that prosperity instead of being in destitution and worry and doubt about your circumstance. What is the final messages here, possible outcome for this 5 of Swords, Spirit? And again, that 5 of Swords, it could be... Again, that's the whole, depending on where you're leaning, that's just depending on where you're leaning here. You might feel like that you're in, it's defeating. And we have the 5 of Cups. So again, I wasn't even finished saying it before it popped out, is that, look, when you have this 5 of Swords to the 5 of Cups, it's all about change, disruptions. 5s in numerologies are disruption, change, disappointment of some sort. And if you could look at this person, they're looking right here at these 3 of Cups that are spilled and kind of depressed, and their emotions are not feeling very well about that. But if you look at the 2 cups side by side here, they're not looking at those 2 cups with the rainbow and the butterflies and the sunshine coming out. No, they're facing the 3 cups down here. So that's what we're saying through this entire reading, is that if you take the route of choosing that route of disappointment and destitution, you're going to be this 5 of Cups. Okay? We're going to get another clarifier card, because if you don't, you're going to stay within that 9 of Pentacles energies here. And I hope this is making sense for you. But what we're going to do is we're going to get give us a final possible outcome for this reading on this whole 5 of Swords and 5 of Cups, Spirit. What is this? It just depends on where you lean. Where are you leaning within yourself? You're going to lean towards the disappointment and not see your other cups that are full, or you're going to lean towards, see, there's the 10 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands is basically putting down burdens And that's exactly what we're saying here with this Five of Swords and the Five of Cups here, okay? Is that the Ten of Wands is a completion card. Tens are completion. So indeed, as you make the choice of leaning towards the abundance, towards your positive, instead of going back and forth, you'll move out of that destitution state, out of that defeat, Five of Swords state, out of that Five of Cups state, and then into literally a completion that you're putting down all those burdens and responsibilities of, because the wands are action energy. It's the fire energies of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So you're taking the action to actually put that down if you lean towards the abundance that is yours and it's coming. I mean, this is a beautiful card. You have the great bear above him, really strong bear, backing him up. And the cross here with the star in the middle, and really making that decision to choose strength and put down the burdens that have been keeping you down. Let's do one more clarifier card for this Ten of Wands here. What's this Ten of Wands, Spirit? What's this Ten of Wands? Okay. And now we have the Eight of Swords. Yep. And again, if you don't, look at the eagle flying above here, because the Eight of Swords is generally that isolation or feeling like imprisoned by something. So because you'll be putting down, it's just clarifying basically that if you do choose to put down that mindset of lack and move towards abundance, then you can then put down all of the burdens. But if you don't, you're going to feel imprisoned. And that's what that Eight of Swords is. I know, guys, that it might sound like a little bit of kind of a dreary reading in a way. Generally, the readings I do are pretty, again, everything is always leaning towards the positive, but this is what it's saying for some of you who, whoever is tuning into this. It's like a half and half that's going on here, okay? So take the messages and leave the rest. If it doesn't suit you, just leave the rest. We're going to get some oracle cards here to see what else we're looking at for emotional clarification and advice. What else do we have here, Spirit, for this reading? Again, the whole, I keep hearing it just depends on where you lean within yourself. Where are you leaning? Me. I allow serenity to reign in me. Ooh. The love I have for myself invites harmony to settle within my being. I listen to, honor, and strive to fulfill the needs of my soul. And that's exactly what we're saying. I can't say it enough. It depends on where you lean. Let's get another card for here from this deck. What other messages do we have here, Spirit? And I just wanted to see it. This is the Healing Energy Oracle. Peace. I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I'm determined to think with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. And that's exactly what we're saying, especially with this introspection card here. The introspection card that came up next to the Nine of Pentacles. It's a choice. It literally is a choice. It's a state of mind. And that's what these messages are coming in clearly saying to us today for this week. It just depends on where you lean. Okay, the Archangel deck here. The Oracle card, Archangel Animal Oracle cards by Diana Cooper. What do we have here, Spirit, for the final messages for this reading? Elephant. Open yourself to true abundance. And that's another clarification card we're talking about. It just depends on where you're leaning. It doesn't hurt to feel positive. It seems counterintuitive sometimes when things are just maybe not feeling right or happening around you that's like there to prove it. To like, it physically manifested yet. That's why it takes focus. And that's why I always encourage to do a meditation practice, 15 minutes a day, and just listen to some soothing music, the sound of your heartbeat, put some earplugs in, listen to a fan, just check out, stop those thoughts and just be for like 15 minutes. It may not seem like it's doing anything, but it's doing something quite significant. And it's changing how you're feeling within yourself about your situation. And it depends on where you're leaning. What other messages do we have here, Spirit? Okay. Panda. Stay balanced and in your essence. And that's another one. Stay balanced. Depends on where you're leaning. What animal spirits want to come in besides elephant and panda and bear for this reading? Of course, the moon, we had the wolf and the dog. We have a few animal spirits, and we had the eagle showed up there too. What other spirit animals do we have? Whatismyspiritanimal.com. Check that out to see meanings on all sorts of critters, not just mammals and ocean life. But we're talking insects and we have 3 coming out here. The first one, we have brown bear spirit. Take time out, and that's that introspection. That's that 4 of swords coming up here. We have koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. So that's trusting the larger part of you. Hummingbird spirit. Be here now. And that's what we were talking about with meditation. It really helps you be present in the moment with your soul and you, and to get out of your head, because when we're in our heads too much, it gets so monotonously strict and tight that it's hard to make decisions and see clearly about the situation, what's going on here. And that's why we do the readings. That's why we have the readings for you. That's why all these cards are coming out. The cards never lie. I can't say it enough. If they don't suit you, it just means that it's not for you at this time, and that's okay. Just pass it on. But it's a split reading where there's like literally half of you who are feeling the abundance and moving towards it, and then half of you may not be feeling the abundance. And if you take a certain choice, as you go leaning in a certain direction, you're going to get that and where you're leaning. So thank you so much for being here in this reading, and thank you for liking the channel. Own the reading if it resonates with you. Leave a comment if you want to. I would love to hear from you. And thank you for subscribing to the channel and also helping it grow. That helps other people find the readings as well. And again, may you have a beautiful week that's ahead of you. And stay centered, stay focused. And I love you. Spirit loves you. You're very loved. And thank you, Spirit, for these messages. I want to say many blessings on your journey this week. Thank you.